I met a little girl named Gwendolyn. She told me to start my meandering. Wants me to stay home and leave the ocean alone. So she's packing for her buffalo home. Cause I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away. When my skin gets red, I go to Trinidad. There's a dance over there, and she's a redhead. We're gonna party all night and do it upright. Tomorrow gonna ride with the tide. Cause I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun.
Hi everyone, I'm Ronnie Edwards, and today we're in the Gulf of Mexico with Rudy Casper, who is a very good friend of ours, and actually a co-worker also, because Rudy does a lot for us down here when we're in Florida, and we're on his boat, the Tune Master. Hi Rudy, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you? Really good, really good. Gorgeous day.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful out here. It's the first time I've ever sailed, and I really appreciate the experience. We've been having a wonderful time, and we enjoy you immensely every time we come to Florida anyway.
Well, it's really good. You took to it, too. You sailed very well. We've been out here, what, about an hour now?
We, Rudy kind of helps us out a lot down here because he has a studio. He's into televising and
Doing videos, weddings, sport videos, fishing trips, insurance, $2.5 million homes.
very good. And thank you for completing my sentence. But you do have a beautiful studio and good equipment and everything. And we got to be friendly with you from living in our park home where we live. You live close by, and we've enjoyed you immensely. You were one of the ones that were really helpful when we got started with the television, really encouraging, and we just enjoy your friendship. But you are a very interesting man. You've been down here in Florida for how long?
Well, it's been 9 years. 9 years.
And where did you come from?
Buffalo, New York, originally. A little south of Buffalo, Derby, New York, which is about 30 miles south of Buffalo, on the lake.
And what did you do there?
I had a nightclub called Casper's Supper Club. I had my family there. It was nice. I got lucky. I sold and came down here.
But tell us a little bit about the buffalo wings.
Oh, you mean how they started?
Yes.
Oh, Frank and Teresa's Anchor Bar, which is on Main Street, right in the what used to be the theater district. And they had a way back in those days, in the 50s, the big dinner was a chicken in a basket. It'd be what'd you get? French fries, coleslaw, and a half chicken for $2.50 or something, with a pitcher of beer. So after the movies or hockey game or basketball, everybody would go to Frank and Teresa's. I was there because I was a piano player, and it was a lot of jazz bars in Buffalo. So they were throwing away these chicken wings, pails and pails and pails of when they would cook the chicken and cut it in half. The third arm or the wing of the chicken nobody wanted. So in order to make it look pretty by putting those little leg covers on the cooked chicken, they would cut that end off and throw them out. So they somewhere along the line they got the idea to fry them up with a little garlic and butter, put them on a bar, and give the people that were waiting for their dinner something to munch on. So it caught on, and they were so popular because they would have huge trays for free, like they give out popcorn now or pretzels. You'd have this piece of the chicken wing. And people loved them. They were spicy and hot. And now they grow chicken specifically for the wings, I understand.
And that's why they're called buffalo wings.
Yeah, because they were invented there, yeah.
Originated in Buffalo.
All right.
And you served them in your restaurant that you had?
Everybody serves buffalo chicken wings. People love them. Yeah.
It was really kind of funny because we were down here. One of our friends has a son that went to college there, and he was always raving about these buffalo wings in Rudy Casper's restaurant. And here she meets him at the pool.
That's right. We sold tons and tons and tons of those.
She couldn't wait to go home and tell her son. That was interesting. Well, you've done some interesting work while you've been down here. You're a musician, first of all. We've enjoyed you very, very much with your, and you write songs and music, and you do a lot of that down here and throughout Florida, haven't you?
Well, when I first came down here, I went to Key West and got my captain's license down there, and I went to Marathon. I started fishing and sailing and doing sailing charters. And Jimmy Buffett, of course, is down at Key West, and a lot of other entertainers. Billy Cole is down there, and I can't think of the guy's name who did Key Largo. Bertie Higgins lives down here. So there's a whole family of songwriters that write about Florida and fishing, and everybody's a sailor. Jimmy Buffett's an avid sailor. He's got a boat there, and so it's part of the lore, you know, Margaritaville and Lost Shaker of Salt and Son of a Sailor and all those kind of songs. I wrote Sailing My Life Away. And Bertie Higgins, of course, wrote Key Largo. They had the big hits. Mine's sort of a little hit.
That's the one you played the other night?
Yeah, Sailing My Life Away.
And they play it a lot at Key West.
Yeah, up and down. The radio station is A1A, plays all Florida music.
Yeah.
It's the kind of song you have to be out here to appreciate, you know.
Now, you've done a lot of guide work down here, right here in the Naples area, Naples, Marco Island area.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the area and how it was developed?
Of Marco Island?
Yeah. Pretend we're on a tour and tell us all.
Oh, like I used to run the tours from the hotel?
Yeah.
Well, originally, of course, this was all rustic. This is the beginning of the what they call the 10,000 Islands. Between here and the Marathon, there's they call it 10,000 Islands, the Florida Straits, but actually it's more like 15,000 mangrove islands. And it's an area that's continually changing by the tides and currents and storms and hurricanes. And so originally, the original settlers here, like Captain Bill Collier, it was they used to raise pineapples here. Plus, they used to do canning of fish and clams. So Bill Collier came down here, and his hotel, the Old Marco Lodge, was his first office and his first hotel. There was no bridges here to Marco Island. It was a paradise you could only get to by ferry or by boat. There was a ferry from Isla Capri. The first bridge was down there in Goodland, and the people settled, and they were farmers. And there was there was some piracy going on. Before Captain Bill Collier, going way back to Spanish days, behind these barrier islands like Marco, the pirates with their faster, little sleeker ships used to hide behind these islands and put their masts down. And then when the big fat ships going to Tampa and up into Texas, these little guys would sneak in behind them at night, and because they were faster and smaller, and especially when the winds are funny in the summertime, the big boats just wouldn't move, and they would get aboard. They'd kill everybody and take their boats and all their goodies, and they would take their women and take them up to Captiva Island, where they built a little fortress. That was the Captain Gasparilla, and they would keep the women there and ransom them. The rich Spaniards, they would ransom the women. And that's where the name Captiva came from, captive.
Being captive. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, let's give these folks a wave.
Fellow sailors.
Oh, yeah. Here comes another boat. He's coming by us here. Yeah.
Sure, it's a beautiful day for sailing.
Yeah. I worked for the Conservancy here, and we would take the kids out in school to teach them. This is the best place out here to bring them out to actually. Well, we haven't seen any dolphin yet, but normally the dolphin will come right up next to the boat, and you'll see the big fish, and they come and look at you. And
we were right on the beach. I was swimming a little bit, and a dolphin wasn't 30 feet away.
That's right.
Just came real close to shore, and there was like a 20 stingrays that went right by us too. We just waited for them to go by, and they didn't really bother us, but I guess they were spawning too, or?
Yeah, everything comes in this time. It's springtime. They come into the warm water to spawn, and everything spawns in these the rookery areas, which are rookery is I think it's an English word for come back to. It's an island where, I don't know if you've seen Rookery Bay, the other side of Marco Island here, but all the pelicans at night and all the different birds will come back at night and roost on one island because they're safe there. And they're protected. They're not allowed to. It's really great at night. I'll have to show you where it is, because if you go on the bridge and take a video at night, you'll see them all coming back and roosting. Yeah, and they nest there, but
they do shrimping here too, don't they?
Oh yeah, shrimping everywhere from Texas all the way around, because shrimp is the ocean's food. It's everything in the ocean eats shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's plentiful. If you ever go on diving, you go down there, there's just shrimp everywhere.
Shrimp everywhere. A little bit more about the wonderful sailing that we have here, and the waters, the beaches, all the things that go along with the Florida life.
It's paradise, absolutely paradise.
Paradise.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. I want to thank you very, very much for taking the time to take us out today, Captain Rudy Casper. And we had a wonderful ride, plus you stopped in, had a very nice lunch. The sun is starting to go down. It's the end of the day. We put in quite a bit of time on the water, which is my favorite thing to do to anybody that knows me. And I want to say that thank you very, very much for everything that you do for us while we're down here. You've been a big help, and you've encouraged us so much with our TV station. And on behalf of my whole family, I want to thank you very much for everything you've done for us.
Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very
Another
much.
Day, paradise, come down anytime and we'll go sailing.
We will. Thanks again, Rudy, very, very much.
I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away. When my skin gets red, I go to Trinidad. There's a dance over there, and she's a redhead. We're gonna party all night and do it upright. Tomorrow gonna ride with the tide, 'cause I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away. My boat, my lover, my friend, will be together till the end. So if you wanna find me or call, here I am, I got it all. 'Cause I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away. When I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away. 'Cause I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away. Well, I'm sailing down to the islands, sailing my life away. I'm gonna drink a little rum and make love in the sun, sailing my life away.